up, everybody? Hello. Welcome to the Hustling Sideways podcast. I'm Alan Halas. I'm a music writer.
And I'm Jim Love, and I'm a keynote and motivational speaker.
And when we don't have guests here on the Hustling Sideways podcast, we are talking about the things that side hustlers go through, that Jim and I are going through with our own businesses.
All the fun stuff, the extra stuff. This is a director's cut of what you get. It's great.
Yes, absolutely. This is like from the cutting room floor, but not. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
yeah.
So we are at the midway point of the year at this point, and we're into June.
Mm-hmm.
And while the summer is getting better, even though it's rainy and cloudy outside right now, we also wanted to check in, since we're at the midway point, and talk about our word of the year. Because at the beginning of the year, if you guys have been avid listeners and watchers of the podcast, Jim and I both selected a word of the year that it's an exercise that Jim does every year, and I've now latched onto it.
For sure. So it's in lieu of a New Year's resolution that you probably won't do. We're like, I want to go to the gym 7 days a week and do this. And it's like, so instead of that and trying to reach for something that may not happen, I pick one word. And I'm not the one who came up with this, but a lot of writers do it, a bunch of guys I follow. And it's one word that kind of defines what you want your year to be like, that will really be the thing you come back to. And will really set the tone, set the vibe, set the atmosphere of what you want to accomplish. And so I started doing this in like 2019, and I've been doing it ever since. And then for this year, we obviously picked a word about 6 months ago or so.
Yeah.
And maybe a little bit more. But so my word that I came up with, I came up with this right around Thanksgiving. I remember having this be with something that was reverberating.
It was turkey. I remember it was turkey.
It was a turkey. It was a turkey in the wine that really clinched the deal. But my word was relentless. And I chose relentless for a couple of reasons. I wanted to be relentless in the work I do, relentless in trying to reach students, reach clients, relentless in setting boundaries as well, and just very intentional and relentless about it. And I would say, if I'm thinking, what is it now? Late June. I've been pretty good at it. I've been like, I've definitely have been able to shift my mindset a bit to be a little bit less stressed, to focus on really what's important and be relentless in that thought. I have a ways to go for sure. I still have a couple habits that I think I need to probably break and just get a little more intentional about where I spend my time. But it's been good so far. It's been a very, very good progress, and I do think about it. I have it written down in a notebook that I open up every day, that I see it in, and it's something that's I wanted to be very specific and along the lines of where I want to be, and I have work to do on it. But it's been a good experience thus far, and I feel like both my personal life and my work life has been able to set some of those boundaries that were needed, and then also really work and be committed to my craft and what I'm doing, and be relentless in the pursuit of that. So I think it's been fun, and I'm excited to report back in like another 6 months of how the year ends, because you just never know. The year is so unpredictable and things can change on a whim. But I feel that relentless has been a good thing. That's what he's
going to be. He's going to be the most relentless by the end of the
year.
He's just going to be to the point where it's like ruthless.
That's right, ruthless. Yeah, I'm a dictator.
Yeah. So for my word for the year, I picked also something. I picked refine. And basically what this means is I wanted to focus on the things that I was doing best, because I try a lot of things and I'm going to cough.
That was the weakest cough of all time. That was your cough?
Yeah, I know. Anyway, I'm refining at what I do best, and really kind of trying to narrow things down to like what is the most successful things for me. It helped that at the time I was pretty brand new at my job at Milwaukee, which has been going great for the first half year. So I was kind of really thinking like, where do I need to put my time and effort? Where do I need to put my best foot forward on things? And what am I going to do that's going to give me the best return on my investment? Which I think is something that every small business owner probably has to think about at some point. Like, how do you do something that is going to hit and have the most impact without, throwing yourself at the wall until nothing sticks, right? So I'd say that this year I am doing a really good job of just refining in terms of content. Like, what are the things that I know are going to hit best? Where can I kind of delegate some things? Which is something that I am notoriously bad at is I get in over my head and I don't delegate things out to the right people. We've got some interns right now working for us from Marquette University. They have been awesome. Anything I've needed them to do, they've been great. Got some other writers that of course always help me out with things like that too. So really that's given me a lane to kind of work on some of the logistic things that I do best. I know what my weaknesses are when it comes to like event planning, and I tried to kind of you know account for that sort of thing. Some of the like communication things are done ahead of time and scheduled out. Like if it's something that I can do ahead of time to really maximize my effort, I do it. So I would say that so far I'm feeling really good about what in terms of like refinement means for me, right? To the point where I think that I'm even going to do like probably less shows this year than I normally do, in terms of like organizing and putting them out. Because I know that it's just something that I don't throw my best effort into, right? So content wise, event wise, logistics wise, I think I'm making a pretty good effort at refining things, and maybe taking a step back when I need to, which is something that I haven't always done. And I think I'm getting a better, return on it and a better progress on it. And it's helping me for sure, like, from a mental health standpoint, like that
Yeah.
helps too.
Yeah.
So refining things has gone pretty well so far.
Awesome.
So
That's what
that's
it's all
kind of where
about.
we're
It's all
at for
about
the
getting
year.
progress on it and seeing how you can continuously improve. That's the whole point of having the word. So that's great.
Yeah.
That's I'm glad for you.
So with that, we want to
Yeah.
know, how are you doing on your word of the year?
Mm.
Please let us know. Put it in the comments if you're somewhere where there's a comment section, or hit us up on social media. Tell us how you're doing for your word of the year. And thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of the Hustling Sideways podcast. Jim, I guess I'll just go right into it. They
Yeah,
can
take
find
it
us
away.
on they can find us on Facebook. They can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, all the things. Also, wherever you get your podcast, you got to rate us 5 stars. It's the only one that you're legally allowed to do. And we will be back next week with a guest. But if you want to be a guest on the show as well, you can send us an email at hustlingsideways@gmail.com. And Jim,
Keep on hustling
and be relentless about it.
and refine it.
Yeah. We'll see you next week.